All right, good morning. Good morning. It is 2:45 a.m. We're on our way to the gym right now. We're going to go get our exercise, get our day started, and it's a Monday, so I'll timestamp this a little bit just to give you a better idea. And, lately I like to talk about what my prayers are because I think my prayers are directly attached to whatever it is that I'm thinking or going through. And my prayer this morning, and it wasn't even so much of a vocal one. It was more so just sitting there quietly and just kind of letting my thoughts and my emotions pour out to my family. And it was just, God, allow us the ability to raise our kids the way that not the way that we're supposed to, because that sounds like it's, this is how you put together a bed, but the ability and the power to raise our kids in the way that you want us to. And I said that prayer because over the weekend I was noticing things about all three of them, and it may have just been too much close proximity engagement. You might say, well, what's close proximity engagement? Being around one another too much. But you start noticing things, and ultimately when you see something inside of your child, you should always look at yourself first and say, okay, are they getting this from me? Is this something that I am either facilitating or something that I have not addressed? And then another part of raising children is you have to let them develop into who they're going to be with gentle guiding. And it's a very thin line. It's a very thin line. Our oldest, he's getting ready to go away. He spends the majority of his time somewhere else. So we give him that leeway to make those decisions. One is his age. We give him that leeway. He's always made the right decisions. But what we know about life and about getting from point A to point B, nobody makes it without a trial. And I think that's what had me praying to God about help us or give us understanding on how to raise our children. Because you can't avoid trials. I don't care how safe you play it. I don't care how much caution you take. You won't avoid it. Even if the trial is in the death of somebody that you look to for answers. So when I look at my kids and I say, up to this point, you did pretty good. Seems like you made the all right decisions. Well, that's very easy for me to say because 90% of what they had to do was built around how we made it happen. So they haven't truly lived a life, no matter if now our oldest is deciding to stay away from the home longer. He still relies on us heavily for everything. So at the end of the day, the prayer was more so, are we giving them the tools to succeed when that trial comes their way? Because it will come. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. The trial is what grows you. The trial is what matures you. The trial is what brings you closer to God. The trial is what actually builds your faith in God, because through God is the only way that you come out of the trials and the tribulations unscathed. No different than Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Life will have fiery furnaces for you to be in, but God will bring you out unscathed. So the funny thing was, as I was standing in the mirror and I was shaving my head and I'm having these thoughts about what my children are saying, about how they're growing up and they're developing their personalities and their opinions and their little voices, and yeah. So at the end of the day, I really was standing there saying, I guess, God, I just gotta pray. I guess I just gotta leave it in your hands, because I'm doing the best I can do. I heard it said that as long as you're doing your best will always be good enough. And when your best isn't good enough, then prayer will take you the rest of the way.